Hello, amigo. Eagle Gardens. Eagle Gardens 1 on Instagram. This is episode 837.1. Of course, it's Thursday. It's a Weed Nerd World. Excuse me how I get this chat stuff popped up in their right places. Hopefully, you guys have had a great day. CJ Apple, what up? What up? What up? What up? How you doing, my friend? Big shout out to Mark Leafley Hill for being a cool dude last night during that crazy episode last night. What you smoking on, CJ? I can't believe it's still spinning over there. Top chat, the live chat, please. Just got a feeling this is just gonna come in all crazy over here. Oh, that's better. You find something to smoke. Growing my life away. Cheers to you. Smiley. Sony Creek, puffing some Smileys. Platinum King. Cue the music for Mr. Smiley. Brett Anderson, Miranda Family Farm, Stony Creek. Cheers. What's up, Mr. Smiley?
Good, man.
How you doing?
Good, dude. It's Thursday. I was tripping out watching the show from last night. I thought I missed the Weed Nerd World every Joe jumping on. That's pretty awesome.
Got a little crazy, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Couple lessons learned. Just a couple lessons learned during that episode.
Yeah.
Looks like I gotta go back to fucking doing the hardwire again. That was weird. It was just so weird how that all played out, man.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Well, what was weird about all that was my computer being taken out the way it was. just the computer lost connection. Every other device in the house had the same Wi-Fi. Everything worked. Nothing quit working.
Huh.
This lost its connection. And as I was trying to, reconnect, it wouldn't find it. It was just totally lost. I restarted the computer a couple of times. It wouldn't reconnect. And then it went to blue screen. Oh, it was fighting me. But while I was able to get on my phone through the same fucking Wi-Fi that my computer's now lost and can't fucking find. It was just, yeah. After a few restarts, it finally found the connection, let me get back in. But by that time, all control had been lost, basically.
It turned out good.
Yeah, it was a different one, that's for sure. He was real cool about it. Mark was really, really cool about
Yeah, he seems like a cool guy. It's pretty sweet. He's doing seed exchanges. That's an idea.
it. Yeah. Like I told us, that perfect time for your year for get ready for that outdoor.
Yeah, right.
And if I don't fucking hurry up, find some extra room to flower, I might have stuff a couple of these bitches outside.
Yeah, let's do it.
They go on pretty fucking quick, and I still ain't have. I've got the one little tent. I only put one in there, but I'm kind of was waiting to see if she'd fill the whole 30 by 30. If not, I'd throw another one in there. But we'll see where that goes. But I'm right on. I mean, I got a whole fucking, there's what, 12 back there that are pretty much ready to go.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Like 2 plants would have filled the scrog, and I had to stuff 4 plants underneath of it. So it's got it super stacked.
sucks, man, that I'm not taking clones because I could actually prune up the bottoms pretty good and fucking take some clones from quite a few of them, but that's not necessarily part of the recipe right now. I wasn't planning to do a whole lot of clones, or kind of just wanted to work through some shit a little bit. Maybe keep one or two. Uh,
Do your thing, do it.
I'm definitely
I'm stuck with a bunch of clones trying to keep them in rotation and shit. And like, trying to grow out shit. It's a lot. It takes a lot. I mean, it's a lot of plants.
It's just that was always been my bugaboo of it though, man. It's just like any other project, man. Fucking you get so much time into that selection. You're just getting to know that strain, you know what I mean? How you like it, how you want to, you haven't even really dialed in its proper harvest time, and you're fucking get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Then a lot of times, even if you do that, you get down to that last little few nugs in that jar and you're like really kicking yourself. Oh man, can't believe I pulled the plug on that one. Now it's gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to cure it out a little bit. Someone can come alive. I had one that I let go that's like that, and trying to think of what it was. I think I'd call it IDK or I don't care was the name of it or something, but yeah, it was one that we cut or I cut and it freaking sat in the jar for like 2 months or whatever. Then all of a sudden I go back to it, roll a joint, crack the jar, and went, holy shit, this stuff's the fucking bomb. But by then it was already done, and I don't know. I don't run them all like that, but you can tell after the first run if it's worth a second. You know,
From clone. From clone, I'd say that's true.
I weed
Um,
it down from the first run. I'll weed it down and then I'll run it again.
yeah. They don't make that if they don't have the good shit the first round. At some points, I think you're right. I think you're right in a lot of ways with that because at some points I think we waste a lot of time trying to be cannabis alchemists, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? Through the fucking manipulation of the plant, extra shit we're gonna feed it to bring this out of it, and the fucking cure that's gonna come later on after we fucking magically do our thing to it, turn it into something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It should be what it is. You know what I mean? It should be what it is. It's either good or not. I mean, why are we trying to, continuously tweak it a little bit more into it's alchemy.
yeah.
Alchemy is what it is, Smiling.
Well, that and I mean, you're running your recipe or whatever, your room, all of that, your temps, humidity, all that's part of the recipe. The fertilizer you use, all that, and then why wouldn't you find ones that are going to shine in your recipe, versus trying to manipulate different things about your recipe for a certain plant, Like,
Well, yeah, yes, new, I guess. The soil recipes and stuff like that. I mean, we're not really basing that towards per strain, right? I mean, well, that's just we're kind of mixing for the planet. So,
mixing it for balance is really what it should be doing.
mm, today, today.
Got to be all there, but it's got to be all there in the balance too. It can't just be willy nilly with it. Although I've been flying willy nilly with it. Get lucky, I guess. I don't know. I still though the testing was kind of really eye opening shit. So it's fucking around in the basement's a little different than what I mean, having a full time facility going or something.
Right. So if you were to go to the big time again, or the next step up, Would you go to beds this rounds instead of the pots?
Oh yeah, the beds wouldn't have worked in the setup I had, but it would, yeah, for sure. Or I would have had to change how I was doing it, I guess.
Right. Any good events coming up? CJ says the only event that's really on my radar right now, I don't know about you, is always the Cerns. The Mendo Dope draws me. I'm not gonna lie, Mendo Dope draws me into the event.
The hash bench thing.
Yeah, oh yeah, Hash Bash. I'll be headed down to the Hash Bash.
What was the other one you said?
Hmm, I don't know. As far as events coming up, those are the only two that, well, I'd love to make it to Emerald Cup. That's not like a Michigan thing.
The no, the what was the first one you said? The
Oh, Cerns. The
CERN.
Genetic Cerns. June 7th and 9th through the 9th there at Camp
Oh,
Road.
that's in June, then, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he said what's coming on. That's, first one I'm kind of been.
That's
That's
way
what.
yonder.
But man, Doug, you say that, but how fast is this fucking year going, man? Holy shit, it's almost fucking April already, man.
Yeah, do that.
I can't believe how fast this fucking year is going. It's fucking insane. I mean, so far so good too, but still.
Down with it, dude. This year's been great so far. Fucking little
Pump
to
it.
no snow. You know, I don't
I
know.
can.
I planted some carrots the other day when it was all sunny and nice out. I figure we're gonna have a week of some cold or whatever, cold and rain, but it'll give them seeds a minute to germinate once it comes nice again, and hopefully they'll be good.
Yeah. All I'm saying, I guess we could blow past winter and then fucking we could pump the brakes a little bit on spring. That's all I'm saying. The year could pump its brakes once good weather gets here.
Yeah, I'm down with it. I'm ready, man. I'm ready to throw some veggies out in the garden and get some shit going. And kind of excited about that. I started my peppers too soon last year though, so I gotta watch it. My bedroom's all full, so
So when you say too soon, are you saying did they get too big? Did they stop producing early?
no, they were too big and they were like to the point where they were already almost throwing peppers and shit. And then I had them in the grow room, so they were under like one of my veg lights, and then they were growing super good. But I needed to move them out to get room for other plants in there, and yeah, more important ones or whatever. So I moved them out of the room, but kind of under a light still. And yeah, it wasn't the same temp. It wasn't all that, and they just kind of fell apart. I got them outdoors a couple weeks after, whatever, but they never really bounced back. I was bummed too because they were raging. They were doing really good.
Yeah, I've always wanted to do that. I mean, even in every fucking grow room, this room, you know what I mean? Look at all the light that's, outside of the bars there that is fucking usable for house plants, vegetables, something. You know what I mean? Something could be utilized in that extra light, It just seems like a waste. Back at the other grow, I would use a lot of times use that extra light right there as an adjustment period because a lot of times those girls would be vegging under LEDs, but they would go into um the HPS tents there. So when the HPS tents were open, the ones that were kind of on deck to go in there, I'd push in front of there so they'd kind of get a little bit used to a little 50-50 light in that that getting ready to go in period, that on deck period. So it wasn't such a shock to them from one light to another.
Yeah, I've been doing my bedroom's kind of turned into the house plant recovery room. So so I've been in there. Off to like you say, off to the side. I got aloe plants growing and shit off to the side. I gotta take a bunch of clones and this summer I gotta split my aloe plants. They're like so thick with new ones and shit. It's like crazy.
Nice. How easy are they to split like that? I've seen people just take fucking knives to them motherfucker and just bore them.
I could, yeah. I mean, hack them up, but there's obvious different plants growing in the same one. Like the pups got so big, and I'm assuming if I dug it up, I can kind of pack it apart at the root zone a certain way, chopping up Siamese twins or something.
I've do the same type thing. I've got a snake plant out there that I've been fucking growing for quite a while. So I fucking same thing. One of those pop out off to the side. I pull that little fucker out and put it in one gal. See if they take off pretty easy. But I've never tried to do that with like an aloe plant or nothing like that.
Yeah, Jessica figured out how to clone propagating and stuff. So now we got a bunch of plants of the same type.
A lot of different ones.
We're getting different ones now. But I was kind of laughing.
Succulents are super easy, man. Just lay them on like a bed of like anything, just like a moist bed, and lay your succulent on there. And things will take off quick.
They root.
Yeah, they root super fast. I mean, you can actually. I've seen this done. Not, I haven't done it myself, but I've seen it done. Uh, Home Depot, places that have succulents, like little pieces that had fell off and just laying in the pot. Snatch those, take those home, just throw them on that same bed. Next week later, there you go. There's the fucking clone of that plant. They're super. I mean, succulents are real. That's why we were talking about the one night about the farmers market shit like that. Succulents are so easy to propagate, man, and they go for like $5-10 a piece, man. You could really, if you had the time in a farmer's market near you, that fucking easy cash right there.
Decorate them up a little bit, put some googly eyes on them.
Some people may. I don't know. I thought that was a cactus.
My pet plant is something.
Funny though.
I'll start the next wave of chia pet with the fucking succulent.
They like the pet rock thing, but it'd be a pet plant. See, there's actually fucking pet rock kits again. Pet rocks are making their way back.
No shit. Pet plant would be way better, dude. We'll put googly eyes on them and sell them. With like a little smiley face. I don't think they need it. Just the googly eyes will do it. We're good. That was a skit on Saturday Night Live, I think, back in the day.
Christopher Walken, right?
Yeah, Christopher Walken. Put the googly eyes on them.
It's what they're doing these days. Googly eyes. I just happened to see that one the other day. That's how I knew that. Oh, funny. Oh, cheers, martial artist. Yeah, I was hoping the weather was gonna fucking pick up, man. This shit's been a fucking beautiful tease the last few days.
I know, I got broccolis ready to go out, and I was looking at the forecast, and we still got a few days where the lows like 28, 29, and like, so
yeah. Race day in particular, I've been watching that day go. It was like 2 weeks ago when I signed up for the race. They were calling for like 55, low of like 35 that day. now closer we get to that day, I think we're down to like 44 and 27 and a possibility of rain for Sunday.
You're running this weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, it's St. Patty's Day Sunday, isn't it?
Yeah.
All
Two
right.
for, then I was
Gotta
looking
wear
at
your
it.
green. You gotta wear your green, buddy.
Yeah, I got green running pants. I wear them fuckers. Uh, um, fucking yeah. I thought I was gonna have a little bit of time between races, but it doesn't look like
Or you're running multiple races?
two. Yeah, I'm
What?
running 8 and a 5K. Uh,
So what? You're gonna run 5K and then they kick off the 8K after that? So you're just
no,
jumping back
the
on?
other way around, running the 8K, and then I was under the impression that it was gonna be like a 2 hour break in between or something, but it looks like it's literally like 15 minutes
Huh.
according to like my average time. And then the
You're
next,
gonna stand there like jogging just to stay warm and shit. You're like, I was in the zone, dude.
man,
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go on this next one.
should be all right. I'm just hoping for a little bit warmer weather. Other than that, we'll be good.
Yeah. Yeah, the cold. You gotta have like I don't know the best way, but you should look into a way of like trying to like keep the cold from going directly into your lungs because that like is what chokes you up and you can't, you know,
Well,
it's like jumping into cold water. It's like fucking takes your breath away and shit. Like,
it is tough. The last time, the first race I did was brutal. F-4 was oh. The next one I tried to race with, I got a Mendo Dope, one of those gators, the
uh,
Mendo Dope gator. I tried to race with that, and it wasn't too bad. I made it for a while until I got warm, and then I kind of fucking pulled it down. But it definitely helped.
yeah, it'd be hard to run with something over your face, but like I know you can get like frostburn down in your like throat and shit from like puffing cold air or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm hoping for a warmer day Sunday, but I can handle the cold. But well, it suck. Rain will suck. Rain will suck.
Cold rain too. Like borderline snow rain.
They're calling for snow up here.
Yeah,
Possibility of snow.
might
Yeah.
have to wear some galoshes over your running shoes.
Some of the little snap fucking things. That's about it too. I think I could handle like being wet, but the wet feet thing, I've ran one time last year running, training for that event, and that sucked. That literally sucked, man. Once those shoes got wet, you literally water squirting between your toes and shit. That's fucking miserable. That is fucking miserable right there. If I could do without that, I think it'd be okay.
Yeah, it's not good for you either. If you having your feet all soaked for a while.
No.
Imagine you're gonna have some time in the running. It's gonna at least be an hour.
Oh man, these fuckers are brutal, man. The book I'm listening to right now is like, well, it's marathon. Well, it's an ultra marathon book, but they're like, you got to carry blister kits. Better be able to, what I mean? They're like, man, you better be able to tape that shit up, learn to tape blisters and fucking shit like that correctly, and deal with all that shit on your feet. Mm. Running with blister kits now?
I mean, I can't believe more people that are gonna try to do this. This sounds like fun, man. Like blister feet, all that. Yeah, sign me up, dude. I sounds like a blast.
Oh, dude, if I could show you my foot right now, my right foot from this fucking adventure, um, on the back of my heel, I have like little round lumps that some days fucking fine. Some days, like yesterday, I took off to run and it felt like somebody was literally pounding on the back of my heel for like the first mile. Then it just quits. It literally just quits after a while. So
It just quits or your foot's numb. Like, oh,
It quits. It quits. We're not going
my
numb.
foot eventually goes numb from the pain. It is good. Then I'm good. I just keep going after that.
There might be a little bit of that, but no, it just quits.
Yeah, that's well, the whole thing of like the runner's high is that I'm gonna say it wrong. Endorphins or whatever that gets released, that's like the same thing that gets released when you laugh or whatever, but it's actually like your body's like response to pain or something. So like when you're like in a deep belly laugh, like you're actually juggling your organs around. So it's like your brain releases that to counteract it or whatever.
It definitely, at the end of it, when you stop, that definitely kicks in. You just have that, like, I'm still alive.
There's a comedian that was talking about that. He's like, ain't that a son of a bitch that like all the shit that you need to be happy is already like up in your head. Like it's just locked up by your brain. It's like, no, you're not gonna get this whatever kick a dopamine or anything until you do something. You know, you got to get up, go do something. And like, oh no, you're not gonna get this other one unless you go run for like till your feet fucking hurt and shit.
Yeah, I never even thought it would last this long, to be honest with you, but it is what it is at this point.
No, yeah, man, we're all proud of you. You know that fighting through it. Nobody said it was gonna be easy, right?
No, no, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Beating the shit out of myself in the process, but I'm getting there.
That's the thing. If it was easy, everybody would do it, probably. So the fact that there's very few, I gotta imagine that. I mean, it seems like a lot probably when they start them races, but as far as like the percentage of the population, I bet it's pretty low of those that have ever ran a marathon. You know?
I did close to half yesterday. I did it was hour and 58 minutes, 12 miles yesterday.
How'd you feel at the end of that?
Great, great. Yeah.
Are you like to the? Can you feel it when you're like? I don't know. So say you were running at the 10 mile mark, and then you were like adding a mile every week. Do you like feel it at that 10 mile mark, and you're like, oh fuck, now this is like the next mile 11. Like you're really feeling it because your brain like knows like this
Oh,
is the extra that I added and shit. Like,
dude,
just
I ain't
moves
gonna
right through and don't even realize.
I thought I hit a wall at 11:25. I did it a couple of times and my body fucking got sore as fuck. I went to the gym a few times after that. The best I hit some eights and my fucking shit got sore and I was like, man, I can't, I'm gonna push it. And then I fucking went out and tried another time and fell a little short of my goal. I hit just barely 10 and I was like really starting to worry about if I had hit a plateau or you know what I mean. But luckily I got out there yesterday and hit that 12. So I staggered. I'm a week behind. I stalled out on 11 and a half, 12 or 11, 12 and kind of had that rough week and did more of a heel. And then I got out there yesterday and I was like, went to full 12 yesterday. So I'm back somewhat on schedule. I fucked up a little bit
So
too. I was kind
is
of
that
training for
schedule up
this.
to the run date? Is that what the schedule is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, there's a
So like if
couple
you're a
weeks.
week behind, you're gonna be a little behind.
No, no, there's like 3 weeks there comfort to where I
Okay.
should be about a month out
I
ahead
was
of
gonna
schedule.
say I think you'd want to like rest. You know what I mean? Almost. I don't know if a week or whatever, but 3 4 days maybe. Just
For that event, yeah. Right
yeah,
now, like for like an average event, these 10 milers and stuff, I'm trying to get like a 2 day rest
yeah.
before.
You almost want your feet to kind of heal up, you know, and
2 days, pretty good.
muscles and all that shit. Like kind of, I don't know.
Living and
I
learning.
don't
I'm
do
trying
it.
to letting the body help guide a little bit these days, versus trying to overdo it, which I've done in the past and hurt myself. I just shut up, bitch, and just keep going.
Yeah. The furthest I've ever run was like a 5K, and I was just, like 45, 50 minutes on that shit.
It ain't about whatever. It's all about you, and I mean, getting out there and doing it.
Yeah, I have my ankle kick out on me. It's weird. It like fucking.
I did pale out yesterday at 11. I just said in chat. I did pale out a little bit yesterday at 11.
Hey man, like I said, I don't blame you. I like when I said my ankle kicks out or whatever. It's like that's like always been the signal. Like, all right, he ran kind of far enough or whatever. Because I never wanted to, like you say, push it and like all of a sudden you're fucking up your foot somehow or something. So I mean, you're on a path to that was your goal to push it. So I
I'm
hope you
being
learned how to
careful.
bandage the sore is good. That's awesome. The book starts with it.
It does though. It's a wild book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's the reality of it, huh?
Huh?
So,
Joel Woodbury.
so
Starting
you got any room to throw them outside? You mentioned you might have to throw a few, or you're just joking there.
No, I might have to, and I'm thinking about just either like one of those like small storage garages. I've seen them actually work to where they're not a clear plastic. I wouldn't call them a greenhouse, but they're more like a 10 by 14, maybe a 10 by 12, and they have that green. They're more like you can't see it. It's not the brown plastic, but they got a green outside, and it my stepmom has done it a few years in a row, and it's worked out pretty well for her. So it
So,
kept it out of eyesight. Or I'm actually even considering maybe just a 4 panel 8 by 8 privacy fence just to keep it out of sight. Because my backyard, if I'm telling you, I got neighbor.
and the water too. Like I would imagine there's quite a few people, or you're across the street from the water, right? Like end up with
Yeah,
it.
yeah, but it's still in a pretty high traffic area a little bit for that kind of thing. So I don't know. What's up, Joel? How you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right. Not too bad. Figured I'd pop on here, roll a joint, and puff one down with you guys.
Uh,
What you been up
What you
to?
up? Not much. Cleaning today.
Yeah.
How about yourself?
Uh, Still got a greenhouse I got to finish up working on building. Just getting ready to probably the one greenhouse I have going. Get ready to flip that tomorrow. Start blacking that one out. Stop turning the lights off at night. Looks ready to rock and roll. And I've been just cleaning up the bedroom, spring clean kind of shit. Been taking it kind of easy because my back's been a little messed up, but feel a little better. So trying to catch up on some stuff.
what time of the year do you go with the outdoor? Or you said you got greenhouse, I guess. Then.
Yeah, I go in the greenhouse hoop houses. I plant them in February. I plant the first one out, and I usually like to start between the beginning of March and right now, the middle of March, get the first one start flowering.
Is it real cold that time of year? I mean, I thought you were in.
Uh, I'm 70 degrees today. We topped out at. It's sunny. I mean, I don't ever get snow or anything in the wintertime.
Okay.
Um,
So you don't
so
heat the greenhouses or nothing?
yeah, I mean, if I had a southern exposure where I had some good quality sunlight hours in the wintertime, I could go year fucking round probably with a little heater going. Might even be worth it. The way it is now, I get a lot more shadow from the trees and the northern side of the hill kind of shadowed me out a little bit. And it's still cold. I mean, we're in the 30s in the morning a lot of times. So I have the heater cranking all the time, and I have extra lighting going and bullshit like that. And so moist that it wouldn't be worth trying to get a good crop in the middle of winter. But once I get past the coldest and darkest, I can start loading it up. And this year's been a little wetter than normal coming in. So I'm actually probably about a good week and a half behind I'd like to be, but it's just ready to go now.
I know I've been planning like June around here, but I think this year it's going to be earlier. You can get them out there. I mean, it's basically last frost, right? You're trying to avoid the frost. So this year's been crazy, though. So who knows?
Yeah, I just planted out my second little greenhouse. The greenhouses are small. I have one's 10 by 15s. I just planted the second 10 by 15 when this got planted out. With the weather looking good now, that probably veg for 2 to 3 weeks, and that'll be ready to start going. I'll get those two greenhouses I have. I'll get two to three good harvests out of them easy this year. And then I have a 10 by 10 that I'm trying to finish up. I have to put a door on it and get my irrigation all worked out on, but I'll probably get 2 runs out of that. No problem.
You light depth those then? Is that how you're doing?
Yeah. For sure. I mean, right this time of year now, I can get away with just turning the lights off and they start flowering, but I have houses right next to it that have lights on, so that light would mess the other greenhouses up. So I have to light them just because of light pollution from the greenhouses have lights on. Even with the lights on, I even light up them, but I mean, I don't cover them super tight. I just cover them so I'm not like blasting the light all over the place. Can't see it from space kind of shit, so I kind of cover them up, but it still shines off into the greenhouse next to it some and all, so I still have to make sure I get it covered up good. Plus, I think it adds a little bit of insulation value. I mean, I have a little space heater in there going, so a little extra air cushion between the plastic and the blackout cover helps a little bit of insulation, I guess.
Yeah. You don't have to leave it on all night, right? You just got to cut down the hours of sunlight. So you could either do it like a couple hours in the morning or a couple hours at night or something, right?
I use a landscape timer that when it gets dark, it turns the lights on for me automatically. Like they're set for like 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours. I have it for dusk to dawn. So it just till sunset comes, the lights. It's always lit up. Just I get the fastest growth that way. Get them ready to go. And I think too when I'm going, and even in the greenhouse, I'm going for 24 hours of light schedule vegging them. When I flip it over and start blacking them out, I get a really hard flower. Sets really fast, and it's really easy to set a good time on them.
Yeah, it's kind of quite the jump. Trigger, quite the change. That is a whole interesting process, just the like photoperiodism of the plant. Like I can manipulate that shit and like,
oh yeah,
really interesting. Re-veg and shit, like it's a trip.
Re-vegging stuff's definitely the secret to being able to do successful breeding and get through a lot of stuff, because you either have to be able to re-veg, or you have to have acreage to be able to grow loads and loads of plants and have room to clone all this stuff and everything. Otherwise, you have to try to.
You pick your winners and just re-veg them out.
Yeah, I can fit in a 4x8. I can start 200 seeds in there, no problem, and flower out and sort out everything in little, basically the 18 cell sheets in a greenhouse, little flat. Well, I guess there maybe like a half a cup of soil maybe in each one.
Yeah.
and run it that way. And then about 8 weeks in the flower, I chop the top half of everything off that I'm saving, and I label basically the stem of the plant that I chopped off and the piece that I chopped off with the same label, so I can match them all up. And I smoke test everything and check everything out, and then whatever the keepers are get transplanted and re-vegged. I mean, I do a big run like that. Usually everything's already re-vegged. I put the lights back on 24 hours, so everything starts re-vegging. So by the time I make selections, everything's already re-vegged. I just got to go find the plants that I want to pull out and keep, and the rest of them just get tossed.
I haven't been 100% successful on the re-veg, but I've been lucky a few times because I got this cut of like it's I guess our house favorite or whatever, raspberries, but I've had it for years and I've almost lost it a few times, and luckily it's re-vegged back a couple times for me, so I've gotten lucky with keeping stuff that way. But
older stuff definitely it's a little hard to do that with. For sure, it's a little older. It's a little tougher to re-veg it, but the stuff I've started from seeds, it's really pretty vigorous. A lot of it comes back pretty quick, so it's not that tough. And then also when I'm starting from seed, if it doesn't come back from re-veg, it's too weak to make it. Then it wasn't strong enough to make the cut anyway. But yeah, when it's a cut you've had around for a while, and you realize that you just flower out the last cut of it, you don't have a cut sitting around, you're like, oh shit, this one's a mid flower, and you have to re-veg it. You're like sweating bullets. I hope this thing fucking re-veges for me.
Yeah. I actually think it's easier to re-veg or take a clone of a bud and re-veg it that way than it is to try to re-veg that plant from a harvested flowering plant. There's a sweet spot. You got to leave a nice, good bit of it. How much do you leave of the overall plant? You know what I mean? And then you got to be very careful with watering it. You can't just because it has the roots, and you know what I mean? And
you got to go light on the water for sure.
Yeah, you got to light feed and watch a light watering there. Otherwise, you can spoil you just rot out that carcass, basically.
Mr. Chuck.
But yeah, re-veges can be tough for sure. But I've had a lot of good success with just taking a bud from that plant at harvest with a few good fan leaves on it. Still not just sugar leaves, but a fan leaf with it. It will that clone of that bud will actually go through the whole re-vegging process. That bud will quicker than that whole plant will. So you can root that bud in up 7 days, and then that bud will automatically start shooting out branches. You know what I mean? Out of that bud versus trying to re-veg that whole plant and then do the same process. I think it's quicker, and I've had better luck cloning out the bud and starting the re-veg process. Have you ever tried to take a cutting from a clone or a bud and start the process like that, Joel?
Yeah, I've taken clones from plants that I've actually realized that was the last plant I had was outside, and it was in the fall, it was budding out. So, you don't have much options. But yeah, I mean, it's a weed. It's a pretty resilient plant. Most of the time, most genetics that are worth hanging on to are usually ones that, and as long as it's not sick or anything, I mean, it'll come back from a lot of shit. It can take some punishment most of the time. It's usually only if it's really old or gets sick or something is the only reason why it doesn't re-veg well or doesn't clone well, or it could be in a poor environment. It doesn't make it any easier, but
What's up, Seth?
What up? What up? Joel, I came across a darkwood that I fell in love with, and I tried re-vegging it, and I couldn't get it to come back. And I even cut that thing. I even cut that thing down to I even tried a stick with those like no leaves on it, like some last resort shit, and I couldn't get it to go. But I have another one that I got in flower right now. It's right here. It's kind of just starting into flower.
Nice.
But I love the darkwood so much that I also started this pack right here. 5555, which is cherry pie cross with darkwood.
Oh yeah.
So I haven't smoked it yet. That's also in flower in here too.
That was a heavy one too.
Yeah, I'm excited about those.
Oh yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing some of that.
I know I was gonna send you a little sample of how the last one came out on the darkwood, but I couldn't control myself and I it all went down the windpipes.
I hear that. I do that a lot.
Yeah, when you have a
Well,
harvest,
I figure it's better than trying to hang on to it and save it, and then starts getting stale on you or something. You've been trying to save it too long. You just got to smoke it all up if you got it. Just grow more.
when you have like a multi-plant harvest of different varieties or whatever, the first plant that's gone is always the best one, and that was the darkwood, the go-to. So I know you got a menu out there with a bunch of darkwood crosses, so all you weed nerds got to check those out too.
Yeah, I'm going to be exploring that even further in the future. Be starting a whole bunch of my F2 stuff to search through to make an F3 stock, and keep playing with that. So I enjoy that a lot. My wife likes smoking it too, so it's always a good one for after dinner. Have a nice big fatty of that, lays you back pretty good.
I know that the last time you came on the show, I was looking around for my North Star shirt, and then I finally found it, ran down here, and I was gonna join, and you were just hopping off, and I was like, oh fuck. I was gonna come in uniform though. It's the Frisco. It's the Frisco shirt.
Oh, cool.
Shit, fellas, I'm gonna jump out, man. It's my time. But always appreciate hanging out, Eagle. Joel, good talking to you. So good hanging out.
Yeah.
Hope you guys all have a good weekend.
Cheers, Smiley.
Sounds
No
good.
weekend. Not weekend. Tomorrow at 8, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. We got tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. I remembered. I just didn't remember in that moment. But yeah. We'll see you tomorrow, buddy.
Have a good one. Yeah. I'm guilty of the Friday episodes myself. That makes me feel a little bit better.
We actually had a good day as far as weather today, temperature wise. So I used it. I ended up going outside because it wasn't frozen. Used the saucers and with the hose to squirt out the saucers and pots. Turned into a whole day of sanitizing shit. But like that needs to get done eventually. You know what I mean? I sanitize my pots between every use because they're plastic pots.
Oh yeah. Need to. It's getting
Keep
windy
it
out
tight.
Stormy out there on the West Coast.
there. Windy in the hills tonight.
The roll up. It's in Worcester, April 13th. Got a little Easy E. Bone Thugs. This is a fucking wrestling match, and it claims it's to the death. Death match. There's a bunch of shit. That's a cannabis event. There's a cannabis cup and all that attached to it, so it'll be a fun time. It's indoor and out. That way, if it sucks out, you still have something.
I think the first one I'll be headed to is be the Hash Bash. Here coming up April 6th.
April 6th?
April 6th, yes, sir.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna go see the Jizza from the Wu-Tang on April 6th in Connecticut. Kind of excited about that too.
Nice. Yeah. I'm hoping to get down there early enough to actually get down to the campus and actually enjoy some of the activisms there. You know, they have the cup too, but that's kind of piggybacked onto the actual hash bash itself. You know, the activism starts at noon. Last few years it's been pretty fucking cold, so hopefully they'll get a good year this year. What's that there we're looking at there, Miranda Family Farm?
That's 2 soups. Some tri-fi Sunday. A Cindy 99. Actually, if you're looking for Cindy, you got that on your website too, Joel, huh? A bit of everything over there.
Yeah, that girl back there, that big one right there says
Is
strawberry brulee. Waiting to go back into flour.
I just finished going through all my taste testing on the Vortex, and I got two definite standouts. The one that's right there with them, just a little bit smaller bud, and a little bit funkier, different taste to it. But the two of them remind me just as much of the Cosmos cut I had from Sub. It's just stellar, nice bud structure, great flavor, killer buzz. So I think I'll have to run both of them in the greenhouse, see if I can just make a distinction between the two of them, which one's better. But got a really good cut of that.
There's a dispensary like right down the street from me. They're also a grow their they grow their own too, and they grow Vortex there. So it's kind of cool to see a subcool strain available for people to go buy right down the road.
That's cool.
They actually did an all right job too. The second time around, they call it Vortex 2 now because the first time kind of sucked. You know how that go.
Okay. Slow night tonight.
Vortex. Can you feel it up in my brain? Vortex. High times cup sativa strain. Vortex.
I got a little Vortex in my joint right now, mixed with a little Mac 1.
You're gonna play the Mendo Dope song while you're fucking around with the Vortex.
Endo Dope's always a good listen.
Yep, the ice cream place is about to open right next to my house in less than a month. And they well used to hearing Mendo Dope blasting from over here.
Cheers, SoCal.
Cheers, guys.
So Cal.
Yeah, my new neighbors got to hear Mendo Dope all day long today.
How'd they like that?
I don't know. I don't think any of them speak English.
So you already moved then?
No, I'm still feeling all the remodel shit up there. So I had to quit today. I got snowed out. I was supposed to start painting outside and started snowing on me. Being a California boy, I wasn't really happy with the snow, so I went home.
Yeah, fuck that. Boy, Phil the groundhog really fucked this up, huh? What the hell is it still snowing for? Supposed to get an early spring.
Shit, it fucking snowed here. Fucking San Diego, and it's goddamn snowing.
70 here the last 2 days.
It was just the opposite. It was like 57 over here today.
Yeah, fucking, I think it was 44 and rain today, though. Cold ass rain.
Yeah,
What's
yesterday I'm up there figuring out where I'm gonna put the greenhouse and where I'm gonna put the raised beds and what seeds I want to pop first and all that shit. And it's 85 degrees and I'm sweating. And today it's fucking snowing. So that kind of killed my idea of popping some of the TGA seeds I had.
Jill, do you use the peacock poop in the compost?
Nah, I just throw it out back under my oak trees. I don't get that much of it because I only have the one cock and the hen. And I mean, I guess I can't keep track of all of it. They go out walking around and stuff. So, but I just toss it out back with the oak tree, so haven't used any of it. I'd like to get some goats though. Probably use the goat poop. Or that's supposed to be pretty good.
I got a fucking zoo down the street that's got some elephants. And I was wondering if what they would say if I was like, let me get a couple of buckets of elephant shit for my compost pile.
They'd probably be happy to have you come get rid of it for them.
I don't know anyone else that's growing.
Well, didn't your neighbor try to grow it in a jar of dog shit?
Yeah, that's dog shit though. You know what I mean? Yeah, remember he frosted the soil top like a cupcake with wet, fresh dog shit. And then added water to a cup with no drain holes and marinated it.
A lot of your farm fields are being pumped full of human shit.
Yeah.
You know
Poop
about
garden.
that? Huh?
That's the poop garden right there.
That's a for real thing, man. They fucking a lot of farmers in the last few years that took money from the government to put fucking pipes into their fields. And nowadays, when you drive down the road on a farm field and you actually see a pipe with like a fucking 4-inch hookup to it, that's the hookup for the bio. No, seriously, that they buy from the local cities. They like big old tanker trucks pull up and they fucking hook up just like they're pumping gas out of it, but they pump your shit into the farm fields. And this is for real, man. This happens in a lot of towns. So they paid probably about half the farmers 10 years back to fucking do this to their fields. So a lot of the city's waste after it goes through your the treatment plants nowadays gets loaded onto trucks and shot into the farm fields.
That explains the random friggin' corn plants that keep popping up around.
And you wonder why I'm not a vegetarian.
I know they use it out here, out by the around the vineyards and stuff. They have lines that are all painted a different color. They're all purple. That's like the partially treated water they can use for the fields for irrigation.
Is that why Ontario smells so bad?
So yeah, the different types of like shit wouldn't surprise me. Elephant shit or whatever. Somebody's had to have tried it by now. Brent says they're pumping that shit all over there by him. It's true though. I was talking about it the other day. I was telling Angel, I can drive you down the spots of Genesee County, where it comes from and where it goes. Kind of sick. It was initially supposed to be nothing more than for farm feed, only acceptable for farm feed animals. But there's nothing to say that right your food isn't being grown in that field as well.
So I just got to make sure your food's being grown in your backyard.
Yeah, that's a great.
You know what the hell's going into it? What's on it?
Oh,
Yeah, I can't wait to get the new garden space started at the new place. I got so much more land now that I can do it actually how I want, which is going to be nice.
Oh,
Big
I'm
John in
actually,
chat to hear about Lou's lunch. So if you could tell him about that, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Lose lunch. Actually, Blind Cat just harvested a lose lunch and was loving that strain. He actually just harvested a bunch of my shit, but yeah, lose lunch. So I took I was at a Gene Traders and some guy who had a peanut butter and jelly plant that had like a chalice looking like a ward, and he had one with that peanut butter and jelly. It was like marmalade cross. I forget what the fuck it was though. And I got the seeds of that, and then I crossed that with uh the Jesus OG, and it seems to come out pretty fucking good. People are liking it. Very easy to grow, good yielding. So far, so good.
I know good old Stony Rockefeller grew that lose lunch and he loved it. He had nothing but great things to say about it.
How is Stoney? I haven't heard from him in a while.
He's doing all right. I talked to him the other day. He's just life is life, and he's just trying to get caught up, and he's a working man again, so time is limited.
I get that. I get that.
Yeah, he's good though. He's doing good.
Good deal. Yeah, them girls behind me are getting too big too quick. They haven't been back there that long, and they're already almost as tall as that dresser.
When's the flip day then?
There's a couple in there. There's one in already flipped, but they all need to be flipped. Look, there's one back there that's already 2 foot, 2 by easy. I've already bent her continuously down, tabletop her out, pinch those tops out. There ain't much as I can do but keep widening her out for the space. I've already outgrown that 4x4.
Yeah, it's not hard to fill a 4x4 real quick when you don't expect it.
No, they're fucking bushy ass bitches too. This one here, Joel, is the one I showed you the other day. This is your strawberry brulee.
oh, cool.
She's ready for a flower. Too ready.
Yeah. Get her around a room in there.
Yeah. This is my Ghost OG right here.
Nice.
This is another one of your strawberry brulees right here. This is the one I talked about that she needs to be watered. She's already been bent, as you can see.
Yeah.
She's ready for a good flower. This is
Gonna need more lights.
this is that Eagle Knievel from Seymour Cuts, bred out by him.
Nice.
This is my peanut butter and jelly breath. Right here. She's ready. She got a nice little monster mess going down under here where she needs. She could easily give away some cuts. And This is another Eagle Knievel here. Right here, just a little bit smaller lady there. Been transplanted. You know, it's like these are the like same era plants here. Okay. These were all planted at the same time. The only difference is the timing and the the only difference there. This one here would be another Eagle Knievel here. And the other ones I got going here, I do have another one of your strawberry brulees in the back. This is one of Smiley's Hymax, which is his Sky Stomper times Mac 1. But that's pretty much what I got going back here, or different versions of. This is another Sky Mac right here. And again, the only difference in all its timings is when they hit this 3-gallon.
Is that Sherman?
That's Mr. Chai. Sherman's just in my room in bed, sleeping.
Another high Mac right here in one, yeah.
We got to roll a joint for Moz. Don't we?
You know, I
Pretty
gotta say, Eagle, it's nice to see some plants behind you nowadays.
Oh man, it feels so good to be around them plants. So damn good to be around them plants again.
What do you
I
think,
got
Joel?
Oh, nice old pack.
Blah, blah, blah.
Sweet.
I'm gonna be starting these ones when I start seeds next.
Hell yeah.
I'm still torn on what I'm going to start first at the new place. I got so many options right now that I don't know what to do. It's like, do I run my own shit and redo Mendo Loco again and put some more of those seeds out for you guys, or do I, take 20 packs that Seth has and pour those out in the garden, or fuck, I don't know what to do next.
Plant some more seeds. I'm gonna probably take a cut of the Ghost and maybe the peanut butter and jelly breath, and there's a couple others. It's hard not to want to take one of the strawberry brulee and that Eagle. They both look so good, but I just want to keep pushing on, man. I just as much as I love the that's the only downside of growing right there and having seeds is you don't have a fuck enough room. You know what I mean? And fucking
Yeah.
you don't ever
You
want
can't
to
hang
give
on
up.
to try hanging on to everything. You start getting stressed out over it, and it's not fun anymore. Cause you
Yeah.
trying to find room for everything. All right, Eagle, I gotta take off. I'm gonna roll my wife a joint.
Right now.
I don't.
Tell Jen I said hi and thanks for popping in.
I will do. Take care.
Later, Joel.
Later.
Good night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very glad to get back to have my hands in the dirt there again. SoCal. It's way overdue. Been way overdue.
Yeah, I miss it. I miss it. And now that I got the space, I can grow some fucking trees outside.
Are you gonna grow outside there?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I'm more high desert now, so I'll be interested to see how everything pans out in the different environment.
I'm excited for you. I've never really had to grow in like desert like areas, but the cannabis plant is fucking grows naturally everywhere. You know, I've always kind of turned my nose up at the temperature thing, like here indoors, because you see some amazing shit come from, you know, high temperatures areas. California, I mean, fucking California gets fucking hot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Eh,
Yeah.
yeah. The plant's got to produce something good during that process to protect itself. I don't know. I'm just, yeah. So I'm anxious to see what you do, what you get out of that environment.
Yeah. I can't wait. I can't wait. I already got like 10 little spots on the yard picked out of like, where I want to put shit. So I'm also ordering a 45-foot greenhouse.
Oh hell
So,
yeah!
but I'm kind of thinking that with the greenhouse, I'm just going to use that straight up for like, veggie garden, because every time I've planted a seed in the greenhouse, um, it's got way too fucking big, way too big. I did the cardboard socks from Miranda Family Farms. I started that plant in July, late July, in the greenhouse, harvested it on a Halloween, and I got a little over 2 ounces, which doesn't sound like a lot, but from, it vegged for, a month tops before it went into flower. So it wasn't that big. So I'd really like to do that one again outside full term.
What's up, Mr. Icini? How you doing tonight?
Yeah, good. Not too bad. Just doing a bit of trimming.
Nice.
Beautiful. A
Uh,
fucking grenade in his hand right there. Jesus.
Um,
Fucking throw that at somebody to kill him.
one of those strawberries, I do like this strain. Always produces the I like to call them hand grenades, like you say. The palm of the hand nugs.
No one really likes trimming, and trimming sucks. But you know what sucks worse than trimming is having nothing to trim.
Yeah.
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 I like the old perpetual, just throwing a couple of plants in every couple of weeks or so. Keeps you busy, doesn't it? And it's always nice having buds to look at as well.
Yep.
All right, boys, I've got a bit of a question for you. How dense do I pack? Right. You use these herb now dryers.
I'd pack
Pack
mine.
that thing tight because it's gonna shrink when it dries and separate anyway.
Yeah, pack it tight.
Tighter than that,
Pop. Yeah, oh yeah, touching, and then even
everything touching.
popcorns and anything you can see through. Yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be good. Tight.
Mine's a modified dehydrator. It's not a my herbs now. I've just took the temperature device out of mine, so it's operating at room temperature. So I think after listening to Scott, I twigged on the temperature range, and between sort of like 21 and 26 or something. So I'm gonna give one of these standard dehydrators with no tempering, just to regulate the room, see how that works.
Right on.
But pack it tight, you were saying.
Yeah, I always pack mine tight.
Tight.
Better to pack it full and have it dry slower than not packing enough and turn it into hay.
Yeah. Well said.
And if you're perpetual, then, it shouldn't matter if you fuck up a little bit here and there,
Yeah, it's all about experimenting, isn't it?
Yep.
And listening to Scott and how he explained how you draw it down, quicker. It always made sense to me because I come from back in the days when you used to be able to just throw, or you didn't used to be, you did. You just threw a bit of bud on top of your light or on top of your ballast, you know, and a fast dried bit of buds or whatever. And you'd be surprised sometimes at the results of some fast dried weed, you know.
Yeah, but you can dry it way too fast. I've learned that.
Yeah.
It seems like it's my luck. If I harvest a plant, you know, it'll be cold and windy and rainy and shitty for a month. And I'll cut down a plant, and the next day it's 110 and 2% humidity.
Eagle, when you have a harvest, are you gonna put those buds in the herbs now?
Probably. I still got it. It's out in the garage.
Because
Yeah,
like
I
for the
don't.
people out there that like are skeptical,
Oh no,
people that use the machine, we actually
I
use
used
it
mine
because it
right from the
works.
time I got it till the time I closed my room up. Fuck
Exactly.
yeah, yeah. I right back to kind of what I said, what you kind of echoed last time. I ain't got fucking space to hang shit. I'd rather stuff it in the fucking dryer. It never hurt my weed. Nobody ever
So
noticed.
So how long does it take from chop till jar with that dryer?
it's supposed to
Three
be
days,
4 days. Set it and forget it.
3 days. Usually in my last environment was pretty average.
You know what
Still,
it is? Is it depending on the season outside. If it's fucking like summer and it's more humid outside, mine's gonna take 4 days, where in the winter it might take 3.
Okay, and see, I'm the opposite. Summer, it's 2% humidity and 100 and holy hell outside. So
The density of the bud and the size, that all can take it's whenever the stem snaps.
well, I always worked my machine. I never really went. If you watch any of the times I've ever talked with Scott or any times I've talked about that, it's a little bit different than his. I used to let mine dry until it would fucking get crispy on the outside. Not a stem snap, but you'd get a nice crispy edge to it. And I'd shut it off and let that moisture wick out to get that bud dry again, which would be about a half hour, 45 minutes, and then I'd kick it back on and fucking continue the process. That's why it usually always ranged around 3 days. But and then from then on, there was never using that process. I never really had to worry about a burp. You know, I was pretty well in the well stored shelf it for a while phase. There wasn't no having to burp my jars at that point. I already done wicked most of the moisture out. Almost all. I'd say within a 10% range.
so the environmental conditions actually do play a lot into it then.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Some people that's why you ended up putting the moisture shot to it with it too. So on them dry, if you were too dry, you could always throw that moisture shot in it, overpack it. Some people even would use one of them trays to throw trim in, you know what I mean? Or just fucking leaves from the plant in there with it to kind of slow or put moisture back in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the shot glass is literally like I didn't buy the glass. I just went to the dollar store and bought an actual shot 3 pack of shot glasses. It's the same fucking thing. But you
Yeah,
know how I do it is I can't take I'll pack my machine like 13 high. You know what I mean? Even though it's probably not recommended, but so the bottom trays have been sitting there. Well, the top trays I'm just adding fresh trays to. You know what I mean? So that's adding moisture into it. Just because I got fresh bud moving in, like I'm almost rotating the machine, and it doesn't. Once it stops, I turn it right back on because fresh bud getting taken out and coming in.
that's
Do you put the
another
fresh trays on the top or the bottom,
rotate.
Seth? Sorry.
I cut you off, brother. I was just gonna say that was another good tip right there. Is in those 3 days, it's kind of good to rotate them trays a little bit. Don't stay with that track. It helps even the dry out a little bit. I'm sorry, actually.
Yeah, so I was going to say, I was just asking Seth, did he put the
Like
fresh
every other,
trays?
you gotta use it correctly and probably experiment with it.
Yeah, I love that machine. I still got two. He's been wanting to come back on. He's a good dude, man. I got much respect for anybody that has an idea and runs with it like that. You know what I mean? Lays it all on the line for that passion, that dream. That's pretty fucking commendable. A little bit tighter. I'd fill them spots, those little gaps.
These little ones like that.
Yeah.
Probably get it.
Somewhere, fucking, I've got pictures.
I haven't gotten the green trays yet, but word on the street was the green trays didn't sit quite exact onto the clear trays.
You didn't. I have them too. But they still worked well. They still intermixed. I mean, it was never an airtight system, right?
No. Got a hole at the top.
So when you buy that thing, how many trays come with it?
5, unless you order more.
The replacement packs used to come with 3 and now they come with 5. So I think he's kind of saying to go with 10 high instead of 8, just by those trays coming like that.
Or core.
But I take the bottoms off. You know what I mean? Like this whole little bottom piece comes right off, so you can deep dish your tray and put bigger buds in it.
Oh, okay.
I got a fucking a stack of trays actually, the centers.
Just
that I
as
took out.
just as they fucking those buds when you pack them that tight, if you pack them over tight to where it's touching that other one, them fuckers will shrink down. They shrink. Stuff that bitch. That's what I'm saying. What's up, Ryan? How was your birthday? Back to painting them?
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was okay. Not that eventful, but
I'll show you some pictures.
yeah, it's springtime, and this one's been waiting to go out for a while here. We're gonna give another touch up.
How many of those do you have left?
Maybe 4 of them, something like that. 3 or 4.
Yeah, another question. Do you mix strains in the same dryer?
Yes. Little piece on that tray, write the strain on it, stack it. Yeah, they're making herbs no more than they would mix when you were fucking growing it. What you guys smoking on tonight?
I'm smoking on. I got some shitty mimosa.
Shitty.
I'm on the
Smoking on Terrabin over here.
I got the Bingus Mile going on.
You must have got a nice pinch off of that, eh?
Yeah, it's shit. It's been a year and almost a year and a half since I harvested, and I still got a jar and a half of that Bingus Mile.
I seen it. Look. So there's a picture of one of my herb nows packed. A minimum of that packed, and those are fat, dense nugs right there. You know what I mean? I filled all the gold. Let me see. I think there's multiple pictures in there. Yeah. Big old frosty buds. Yeah, that thing's packed all the way through.
So you're pretty much stuffing everything you can fit in there.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Look at them big old bitch plants there behind it. Man, I miss growing fucking big monster plants. It was, let's see what this was. This was actually, how long ago was this fucking February 14th, 2020. Jeez, I've been that long. What's in here? Beautiful Loser. That's that one I brought out. Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop off here, guys.
All right, Seth.
Thanks for popping in.
Right on, Seth.
Peace
What do you
and
got, a
love.
pirate's house, or
What's that?
you gotta go over to the pirate's house? Is that where you're
Hell
leaving it?
no. Hell no. That thing's getting evicted and moving out. See you.
See ya.
Peace.
Maybe not.
I always got to give him shit about that. Oh, okay.
Man, been a long fucking week. It's blowing by. How can it be a long week and blow by? Don't make sense.
That's what happens with the older you get, the freaking longer the weeks become.
No, I don't know. Time's fucking flying in my eyes.
Yeah, it's flying, but it seems like it's longer.
Some days just go by, and some days, like, there's been a couple of days this week that's blown by, but like yesterday kind of went slow, which was kind of nice. But it's been a nice little mix. But the week's not over. That's what I'm saying. It's been a slow, long week. Slow, fast, long week. Nice, man.
I don't know about doing all the shit at the house. It seems like it takes a little more effort these days to get shit done.
Sure takes longer to get going, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Longer to get going and a lot longer to recover from it.
That as well as a true statement.
I turned 29 this year.
That's it.
Fuck, child.
40, right? 40?
41.
29?
40.
I
Damn,
feel
dude.
29. Spry is a young buck.
That was fucking 20 years ago. There you go, Iceni.
Yeah, that looks right.
Pretty much whole plant in there. One tray.
Yeah. And my machine there, 5 to 8 trays, you could get almost a full pound in there. You stacked it right. He always said closer to 10, but he packed his a little bit looser.
Nice. What is that?
This one is a King's Tart. Yeah,
I can smell it from here.
it's fruity. Yeah, just really fruity, like fruity
Like San
leaves.
Like San Francisco fruity or like strawberry fruity?
Very fruity, yeah. Very berry.
What do you sell those things for, Ryan? Just out of curiosity.
It depends. This one, someone I know for a long time, so I gave it to him for $50, but I take forever to fucking pre-order them. But I've made 100 for one of them before.
Nice.
So a lot of them for 50, just for like just the bare bones one. That's even just bare metal with the fucking, because I use a sycamore blade for the stem, and then yeah, I sold a few of them for $50, but it just kind of it was I don't know, it was a few years ago when the kind of like the farmhouse craze kind of first hit, and they sold like hotcakes, and I guess I've never really tried marketing them anymore since then either, but
They're cool. They're definitely a cool piece.
should have grabbed a new one and started grinding on it, but it's got old paint when I was doing fucking zombie fighting in the woods. Where's Joe at tonight?
It's the Weed Nerd World. He's not here.
Yeah, that was pretty wild how that all worked out last night. He was fucking he was hanging in the balance there before I got taken out. And then as I was getting taken out there, before I was taken out, I was texting him on the phone telling him, hey man, it's not tonight, man. It's not
He
today's
got
not.
a phone that text?
And then I don't know if he didn't see the text or whatever. And then my computer was spacing out. And then Mark let him in, which from now on, I said earlier, I learned a few things about, pre-show. From now on, I'll definitely go over the guests, be like, okay, because I used to do that. If you guys remember back in the day, there used to be quite a few attacks, and I believe that's what last night was. It was an attack. Somebody fucking snatched my shit right quick, and I used to go over the guests and tell them, it's not uncommon for me to get taken out tonight, or so if something happens, just kind of roll with it, and I'll be back, and just hang with it. But now I'll tell my guests to go. Don't let anybody else but me in. I'll be back. So,
But with AI, how are we gonna know?
well, on the interviews, not the Weed Nerd World. Weed Nerd World is, come. But during the show last night, I don't know where the wires got crossed with Joe. I appreciate Joe. He's all right. But what the fuck happened last night? Why he thought, what he thought, I don't know. So I seen him. Let me see here, if you guys don't mind. There is a ton of pictures of me. Fucking nobody. I think everybody forgets about the Eagle Gardens one, but there's a fucking ton of pictures on here on how I packed that machine. Even this machine right here is it's packed on the lighter side. This is earlier in my career with the My Herbs Now machine. The more I used it, the more I filled those holes. That right there's what
That's
is
just
that? Blueberry Sativa LBJ by Coma Creations. That fucking shit was fire. But yeah, there's a lot of how-tos on the page about that shit, how to use that machine.
Can you make dried bananas in it, like banana chips?
Yeah.
No, he says it actually says in the box, don't try to use for food.
Yeah, really?
Not the dehydrator.
No, well, it sounds like it dries it out too slowly for actual food, you know?
I would imagine you can do any other herb and stuff, can't you? And I would imagine if you cut your fruit, slice it small enough, it would work.
Your parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme?
Yeah, all of them. Ain't no different to a little leaf something.
That's some sub cool shit right there, the vanilla tart.
Oh man, that's one I always wanted to do, and I never got around to getting any of it.
There's a picture of her right there. My Beano number 5. Miss those tents.
Bloody fingers are so sticky. Can't operate my phone.
Looks good.
Yeah, it does. And there's that. Yeah, that's some grease right there.
Yeah, this one there don't look too great. Well, in my opinion, it's not my normal sort of. Some buds look really nice and stuff, but it's kept a lot of the dark green leaf and stuff. But it definitely smells like I really want to smoke it. I'm looking
Well,
forward
in
to it.
3 days you get to.
That's what I'm smoking at the minute. It's Platinum Asset from Bingus. So nice.
That's a
Sort of
good one.
semi-cheesy. But this is nice and what's underneath. Trim bin for the win.
Oh yeah.
Really proper trimming and that, and you want to roll a joint. I should have pre-rolled. Now it's going to be a pain in the ass.
You gonna roll some of that keef up in that joint?
Yeah, just put a good idea into my head and do this. Go.
I love scissor hash. Trim straight off the scissors like that into a bowl or a joint,
Yep.
a little worm if you can get it.
Use that finger hash to stick the joint shut.
I'm surprised there's not a strain called Kiefer Sutherland yet.
I think there is.
I smoke that shit.
There is, but I think it's a San Francisco specific one.
One of them fruity ones.
Yeah. And not strawberry kind of fruity.
Man, I can't believe I've done this whole episode and I haven't smoked a joint yet.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I've been puffing on this here stick. I don't know. That doesn't count though. These things just don't get me high. I swear. course, at the rate that I've been eating RSO, that's a challenge. And I fucking literally, at night before I go to bed, man, I fucking literally just in that hot chocolate is almost, it's getting to be about, a pinky nail size in that glass every night.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Yeah, so Cal. There's been
You're
a couple
feeling no pain, huh?
yeah, no, man. Fucking today, I think that was part of my today it was a rain day, Yesterday I did the long run and there was reasons for me to be tired. That fucking that RSO, then woke up today with pouring rain outside and it felt that like rain day blahs all day. The more I think about it, I'm like, man, maybe I went a little heavy last night.
RSO hangover.
Yeah, yeah. That shit I think is very beneficial or as a daily vitamin, but it has really put a dent in my overall, tolerance for everything I'm smoking.
Do you guys get these where you're at? You ever had a Pearson salt and nut roll? Or is that
Oh,
just a
yeah.
Minnesota thing?
Oh no,
No, we got them.
Okay. They're missing out on a Minnesota treat.
No, that's actually a great one to keep in the back pocket when you're out hiking or fishing or whatever.
They're harder to find here. That's a payday for me because I can't find the nut rolls, but they had the same thing.
We'll get them for like 50 cents a piece or 75 cents a piece.
Oh, they're like $3 here.
$2 easy. That's bullshit. Candy bars used to be cheap. They're not cheap anymore.
Air raid's going off.
Yeah, it ain't nothing cheap anymore. I put 12 gallons of gas in my truck today and it was $75.
Damn. How much per gallon there? It's going up here, but I know it ain't what you're paying.
It was like, well, I bought it kind of outside of town, so it was like $5.59.
It's up
You
here
want,
and it's
you want to hear what the
370.
gas price in Iran is right now? I bet it's like
Free.
I think it's something stupid. It's under 20 cents, I bet.
No shit.
Yeah.
It was 99 cents when I started driving.
It was 99 cents forever.
Yeah.
And a pack of Marlboros was $2.25. Can of
I used to be
fucking
able
Pepsi
to-
was 25 cents. Or
Yeah,
maybe
back in the day, I could go like when I was still surfing every morning before school, I could go $2 on the gas tank, get a pack of smokes and a Coke for $5 total. And that $2 on the gas tank could get me around all day.
I wish for those days.
Fuck, now you walk into the gas station with $2 and they laugh at you. What are you filling up your lawnmower?
Tires.
gasoline is 13 cents a gallon in Venezuela.
Yeah.
That's nuts. That's completely crazy.
You'd probably be able to have a shit how much we pay for stuff over here.
As of October in 2023. So that's a year old, but or not a year old, fucking 2 months old.
You know what's funny is racing fuel has been $8.99 a gallon for as long as I can remember. And no matter how high gas prices go, the racing fuel does not change.
What is that, like
And
110 or something, or 10?
111 is what I'm running. I was running that 114, but that shit's just too high. It's too much. You got to be careful. You'll blow your motor with that shit.
I always thought that shit smells like a you open up a box of trash bags and smell it. Not like a burnt
Yeah, some of
smell.
them do. It depends on which one you're running.
I almost think up here where I'm at, they consider recreational fuel anything that doesn't have the ethanol in it. So I think it's a 93 without ethanol is what they sell for recreational shit up here.
Yeah, I have to run the non-ethanol shit in my bike. It will not run with ethanol-based fuels in it.
I think that shit was a farce. That shit, the amount of energy, the amount of corn, all that shit doesn't equal out, really, in my opinion.
The first cars that they ran could run on fucking anything. I mean, you could fucking, if you could burn it, I mean, you could run them on hairspray if you wanted to.
Yeah.
I think they ran them on fucking, what's that perfume? Fucking Chanel #5 or something like that in Paris when they released the first car. And when they were showing it off for the first time.
Diesels that will run on the biofuel, they'll pretty much run on like fryer grease and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I know for a fact from experience that you can run a Ford van on lacquer thinner. It runs like shit, but it will get you to the gas station.
I've ran
Yeah.
plenty of gallons of saw gas through my fucking vehicles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done it.
That
I've
just
done
that just makes them run a little smoother though. A little bit of
Yeah.
smoke maybe.
I've
Little
been
two
around
stroke.
vehicles that run that biofuel though. They literally smell like fucking French fries driving by.
Yeah. Smells like fucking In-N-Out burger just drove past you.
Yeah, it's not pleasant, really. Can be, I guess. Yeah, they fucking at some point will come around with a better fuel. They definitely they keep
Cannabis.
technology for their own means. That's for sure.
There's
Hemp
they're doing
biofuel.
testing. They're doing testing right now on hydrogen-based fuels.
There was actually a guy not so long ago that had built a hydrogen adapter for your car, and he's like one of those dudes that like disappeared. You know what I mean? The government didn't. But it would be nice to have some hydrogen. I mean, why not? I mean, if the
There was
technology,
Because of the Hindenburg? I don't know.
no, you come up with a good technology like that, and you're pulling money out of other people's pockets, and you go away real quick.
Sheiks don't play.
There was a team this year that did the Dakar Rally, and they got this new class. It's called Futures, and it's all like these like futuristic shit, right? Electric cars, electric bikes. But there was a team that did it on a hydrogen. I don't know how it worked or what they were doing to make it work, but they were actually doing that race on a hydrogen powered car.
Just burning it like LP gas.
what about propane powered vehicles? What's your thoughts on that shit?
Well, they've had propane powered forklifts for fucking decades.
Yeah. You can actually use propane on a diesel the same way you use nitrous in a gas motor. I wouldn't recommend it unless you don't like your diesel engine, but it is feasible to do it. You can do it.
Have you ever seen zip ties and bias plies? This crazy Canadian guy. He's got like he takes old Fords, he calls them, and he tears them apart and does a bunch of cold starts, and then he beats the living shit out of them. But he's a real got a gimp leg and a dirty mouth, and pretty fun. I'm not a huge engine guy, but I can sit there and watch that, or like that. What's that other one? That Vice Grip Garage, guy from used to be from Minnesota. That was pretty good. He got fucking famous quick though. What happens though? You get some money, you got to move out of this fucking cold ass state.
Be right back. I gotta open this tent. I just like the fact that I have to say that. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no, you ain't catching my ass out in that snowy shit.
You
No
were just
way.
in snow today. It was fucking 60 degrees here.
Yeah, see, there's a difference between Minnesota snow and San Diego snow. San Diego snow hits the ground and goes away. Minnesota snow, it stacks up.
Not this year, it didn't. We had like an inch on the ground for a couple months. Maybe 2 inches. When you like, there's usually like 2 or 3 feet or 2 feet.
Yeah,
Last
we
couple of
got-
years have been like that. It's kind of sad. You see all these guys with these like $20,000-$30,000 fuck. I mean, well, it's maybe $20,000 is probably what a top sled is nowadays. Fucking, and they got all these like ridiculous mountain track bike or sleds and shit out here when there's no hills. In the back of their big shiny truck that they're making payments on. I almost feel bad for them.
almost not really. Lost my other crock.
They just pack it up and go to Colorado or something then if they want to.
Am I the only one that's broke down? And well, these aren't even Crocs. These are like fucking the Walmart version of the Croc shark. You guys break down and wear these fuckers, or by the only one supporting these fuckers. At
Are you
least
talking about like the sandals broke down or
they,
you get a
well,
flat tire?
yeah, the great, just the Crocs in general. You wear them? Anybody wear them?
I can't do it.
Not even around the house. I
Nope.
won't wear them out, but I'll wear them around the house. They're comfortable as fuck.
You wear them when you're getting fucked in the ass a little bit? No.
Yeah,
No,
No, that was a little bit much, but
in the shower.
I wear open toe sandals every once in a while.
wear what?
Like open toe sandals, just like rubber fucking.
Oh, I wear sandals all the time, or flip flops and shit like that. Fuck, my feet are all tattooed. I'd love to fucking show my feet off. I go barefooted or in fucking flip flops all the fucking time.
I'm either wearing flip flops, hunting boots, or UGG boots.
They like caterpillars.
Yeah, my feet are tattooed all the way to my toes.
That had to fucking suck.
No, it wasn't bad. And again,
Huh?
you do some RSO before that session, you're fine.
Yeah, the rich ones, they just take fucking like they get knocked out like you're at the fucking doctor or the dentist now.
So how do the feet compare to the ribs?
Oh, I'd do my feet any day over the ribs.
Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to see them? I'll show them to you.
Is the underarm? Have you did you do your armpits at all or not?
Yeah, I don't recommend that to anybody.
The one,
What I've
one
heard.
arm goes into the pit a little bit.
Oh, that had to fucking hurt.
It's bones. It's all bones. And then there's actually the Achilles tendon is actually like an eagle talon on both foot.
Oh, nice.
But the other one's the same thing. It's just bones. Like the skin's tore away on the feet.
Makes me laugh how you just have to stand up to show your legs off.
Yeah, that's it. That ain't right,
Oh.
man. That made my legs hurt just watching that shit. Oh.
Yeah, I couldn't even try to do that. It gets stuck.
There used to be there used to be I want to say it was like Tim Conway or something like that, where he do a skit like that, but he had obviously the dummy legs.
Yeah.
First time I seen he did it, everybody's went, no, that shit's not real. He threw them both up like this, and we were like, what? I still don't, but yeah, that's just don't do it. I know that can't be good for you, but that's wild.
Probably not. You know, if I limbered up or whatever, it might be a little bit better. But yeah, I suppose I could. What do you call it? Doing sublat just before dislocation.
Yeah. If
I
my
think he
feet were,
broke himself.
if my feet came that close to my head, something's gonna break.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
That's not I could actually feel things tearing as I watch that shit. That ain't right.
God, that hurts just to see it.
Well, boys, we are past 11:12 past. You guys ready to throw it in?
Yep, I'll be the first one out of here. Eagle, fuck you for having us. Cat, fuck off. Ryan, I seen him. Fuck you. See you guys tomorrow night.
Cheers. Thank you for popping in, brother.
This is Joe Pietri saying goodbye for Iceni.
Nice one. Cheers, boys.
Cheers,
Yeah, peace and puff, everyone. Have a good Friday.
You too.
Petrol,
Thanks for popping in, brother.
You're welcome. Cheers, mate. Thank you for being that.
Thank you all you guys for hanging out on this Thursday evening of the Weed Nerd World. Hopefully you guys have had as much fun as I have. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. What is that? 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time for the organic the organic wormhole. Holy cow, I can't believe I just fucked that up. Mr. Chris Trump will be our guest tomorrow. Got a few good names coming up the next few weeks on the organic wormhole. Please stay tuned on that effort. But until then, don't forget to do something nice for somebody. Random acts of kindness do save lives.